Good day to you, and thank you for taking the time to watch our channel, or to be part of our channel. Today's message is about Operation Respect, and the proverbial gloves will come off today. Today we are going down in various levels of seriousness. My message today is not a general message, but my message is to a certain specific group of people, but the rest of you are welcome to listen. My message today, and I approach you in all humbleness and respect, is for the tribal leaders of our land, to the kings and leaders that stand as head of our various tribals in South Africa. I don't know who is the tribal head of the Afrikaners, nor the South African colours, but the rest I know. And I hope that if you are the leader of the two I've mentioned, I hope this message will find you as well. So I will humbly refer to you now as Your Highnesses. Your Highnesses, our people are desperate. Our people is in trouble. Our people is enslaved in poverty. We live in a land with abundance of minerals and resources, yet people have to scrape to stay alive. Your Highnesses, it is time for you to stand up. I urge you, I beg you to stand up. It is time for the lions, the true rulers of the jungle, to stand up and to make your voices heard all over. It is time for you to drive these little hyenas and jackals back to their groves, back to the holes where they belong. These people that claim to be in charge, these people that claim to have our interest as citizens of South Africa at heart, but they don't have. They are greedy, power hungry. Your Highnesses, please look at the signs. Please listen to the plea of your people. We cannot go on like this. We are heading for disaster. I have asked on numerous occasions if any of you have ever heard of a politician standing up in Parliament, raising his or her voice, speaking up against the gross violations ever committed by man when it comes to human trafficking, child trafficking. Has any one of them ever opened their mouths and made a racket in Parliament about it? And the answer is no. It is a clear indication that these parliamentarians that sit in those green chairs, comfortable, sleeping, eating away our tax money, don't care about us. They don't care about the future. They don't care about the children of this country. But they are quick to respond and become entangled in arguments over wars going on between Ukraine and Russia, between wars going on between Israel and the Palestinians in Gaza. And yes, all of above is serious humanitarian concerns of people dying unnecessary. But in our own country, up to 80 people die daily at the hands of criminals. Nothing is said. Only excuses, incompetence. Your Highnesses, it's time to stand up for your tribes. It is time that we come together as one. It is time to drive these evil forces away, because the system that puts these people in power might look good, but it is not good at all. It is designed to keep a certain group of people safe. And at this stage, the people that are being kept safe by the system is the same people that is ransacking this country. Your Highnesses, please, I urge you, out of the good book we learn, and sorry for quoting and looking down, but in the book of John 10 verses 10, I'm not here to give you a biblical lesson or to Bible bash you, but I want to use this as references because you good people, and 80% of the population in this country aligns himself with the Christian faith. But please listen to me, Your Highnesses. In John 10 verses 10, it says, the thief or Satan cometh not, but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. And then God says, I come that they might have life and they might have it more abundantly. Please use that template that I've just given you now. What Satan does, he comes, he steals, he kills, and he destroys, and place it on what's happening in our politics today. While these leaders, so-called leaders, sit in the pews, pretending to know what's going on, silenced of the people's suffering in this country, pretending to care, going on like little brats, screaming and shouting and fighting, the pinnacle of disobedience, while they themselves are constantly accused of corruption, of stealing, their friends and family making millions and billions via corruptive deals in South Africa. Look at their friends, how they enjoy the high life, parties, luxurious vehicles, the best branded clothes, washing their hands in very expensive liquor, looking you in the eyes, disrespectful, while your people are suffering, staying and making a living on a little grant, because the reason why they are forced to make a living of a grant is because they have lost their jobs, because of corruption. Everything South Africa that was working has fallen apart. Our railway system, our harbours, Eskom, SAA, Denel, Post Office, Telkom, the list carries on. Where is this going to end? It is the politicians in this country that's keeping racism alive, because as long as they can divide us, they've got a foot to stand on. They need it. Their masters is sitting overseas, while the people in this country is suffering. Who is the stakeholders of these companies that is ripping all the minerals out of our grounds? Who are they? Who are the beneficiaries? Apart from the politicians, some of them are stakeholders in these companies, their friends and their family. These on the gravy train. Who is the shareholders? Most of them is abroad. They've never been to this country, yet they enjoy all the fruits from this country. And the people, the rightful people of this country, is the one that's suffering. This democratic voting system is not endemic. It is something that was brought to South Africa by the oppressors. It's something that was implemented by the British government back in 1910, more than a century ago. And yet we are following the same little ritual over and over and over again. Your Highnesses, it is time to rise. I urge you to come together. Our nations has been mixed, which is not a bad thing. It is called symbiosis. It is where two or more groups come together and live together in harmony. Please, Your Highnesses, it is time to rise. It is time to take back what is yours by birthright. You are not elected by popularity. You didn't get it because you corrupt. You didn't get there because you paid someone. It is your heritage. It is your people. It is your land. And it is time to stand up and drive these elements away and bring the power back to the people, your people. It is time. The only people that can lift South Africa out of this mess is you. You are the only ones, Your Highnesses, that can drive these elements out of South Africa. The power is in your hands. And these politicians will keep on dividing you. And my prayer is today, when it comes to one of our biggest tribes, to the Zulu nation, that the miracle happens. Who is this president to decide who is the king of the Zulus or not? Why must you go down and bow down to him? You are the king. He's just an elected person. And I hope, and I'll ask everybody to pray, that peace will come to the Zulu tribe very, very soon. Because the result of the splitting, the result of this is not going to be good for anyone in South Africa. But this is what the politicians want. They want to keep us apart. They want to keep racism and apartheid apart so they can be elected, because it's all they've got. They've got nothing else. Your Highnesses, I would like to read on behalf of Operation Respect, and I ask you just for a few minutes of your time to please listen to our vision and our mission. I do not want to keep you too long. So this is our mission. Please understand, I am not a politician. I'm a humble man. That's all I am. I never asked to be a politician. It was never my life's dream or bucket list to become a politician. But if I have to stand for the freedom of this people with you, I will do so. Our country, some of these people in this country is asking for war, for conflict. Your Highnesses, I'll make it clear. I can go down on my knee, and yes, I am very competent when it comes to the use of a firearm. But that is my last choice. What I want to do is go down on my knee next to you, with you, and praise for the revival of South Africa, for the freedom of this people. I want to praise God with you. I do not want to fight, and I do not believe there is anyone that wants to fight. But the politicians, they are pushing for it. Who are they going to send to the battlefield? Are they going to send their children? No. They are going to send the children of your tribe to die. For political? Never. Your Highnesses, it's time to rise. It is time to get angry. It is time to take back what is yours. So I will ask you just for a few minutes more as I read the vision and the mission of Operation Respect. Thank you for your time. The vision. Operation Respect was born from 3SA, a registered NPC, non-profit company. Our country is blessed with in so many ways, and one of the many blessings is an abundant group of highly skilled veterans. The veterans referred to is not only veterans that served our security forces, but also veterans that served in our medical institutions and many more sectors of our society. Although the physicality might lack, the experience and knowledge that was engraved in these special people cannot be measured. For any governing body, whether state or private sector, to ignore this group of special people can be seen as a farmer with a big, beautiful, fertile lands, choosing to practice subsistence farming instead of commercial farming. Operation Respect is not inclusive to veterans only, but welcomes any person with the same vision and ideals this group represents. Most of the veterans in our country partook in the 1994 elections. The 1994 elections were indeed a massive milestone in the history of our country, and yes, there were many challenges, and even today many people still have many issues unsolved. The reality is that our country is on the verge of total collapse. The victims of this will be all the citizens of our country. No one will be spared. Bad decisions made by powers to be over a period of many years have driven our country to the current situation. As one of the political parties boldly exhibited on a banner during an uprising, stating that the honeymoon is over, they are quite correct in the statement that was made. In fact, we are going for a messy divorce at this point. Our vision at Operation Respect is a simple one. Our country needs an alternative to the current multi-party politics system in our country. We understand there are many registered political parties and organizations in our country representing many different views and groups and beliefs, and we respect that. Yet there is an alternative that all have overlooked. It is never our intention to become politically active, but for our alternative concept, we will have to be forced to partake in the coming elections, if needed, to honor the process of a free and fair elections. We are not political people. We are just veterans looking for freedom, the fulfilling of the promises that was put on the table in 1994, and we are far from it. Now I will read the mission. Operation Respect has a very clear mission. Our mission can be categorized in 7 departments, namely awareness, participation, assistance, referendum, installing, guidance, and monitoring. Our mission is simple. An elected group of people aligned with the vision of Operation Respect will stand in the next national elections representing Operation Respect as a political party, if it's God's will. This group of elected people will also be the voice, and we will, with our supporters, spread our message and concept to the citizens of every person in our country. Our mission will be to win the national elections, and upon the result, a national referendum will be called, where we will ask the citizens of our country for their guidance, and to have a draft document available to be given to the new powers to be. Operation Respect is not there to be in control. It is a mere vessel for something bigger. Members aligned to Operation Respect will form an interim government, thus assisting the new process of governing in South Africa. Operation Respect will assist the formulating of the first national tribal Senate. This is our view. It is high time to restore the individual ethnicity, cultural uniqueness, tribal pride, and collective recognition of mutual and equal respect for each tribe and ethnicity represented from the people by the people in the Tribal Senate. Operation Respect will assist the Tribal Senate in the implementing of the results gained from the national referendum. Operation Respect will assist the Tribal Senate in the appointing of the new government that will now report to the Tribal Senate. Yes, they will work. The government will work for the Tribal Senate. Once the Tribal Senate and government are functional, the reins will be given to the Tribal Senate, and the political construct of Operation Respect will dissolve as its purpose was served, and all members can resume and help our community and our country as members of 3SA. 3SA in its capacity will mitigate, mediate, and facilitate the smooth and effective implementation of the multicultural Tribal Senate and the duly formed government structures in addressing the complex and integral desperateness of the people and functionality of the country at large. This is our mission and our vision. We want to put you, Your Highnesses, back in control of this country. My next video, I will go into deeper description. We will peel the onion till we come to the core. Thank you for listening. For those who receive this message, please remember to like it, share it. You know the rest. Become a member. Thank you everyone for your time. Your Highnesses, everyone, have a great day.